he died exactly 1 month after I got out of the Navy.
It's probably in his late 50s, early 60s. I mean, Nan didn't pass away.
That's what
Yeah.
She was 50 years old.
Because Nan didn't pass away till she was 76.
Right.
And I was around 20-some years old when she passed away. So, it was a while back.
And she was younger than him.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
But he's a smart guy. I mean, he knew how to run a business.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle John, he always was bitching us. He referred to him as the kid. Oh, he was a kid compared to my dad. He said, well, the kid just doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to being a businessman. He's a good mechanic, but he's not a good businessman.
Mm-hmm.
He said, without me, he wouldn't make it.
You think it's because he was more charitable?
I guess. I'd say it was because my dad was somebody who really knew how to diagnose things, and he really took the time, and he wouldn't rush those things. You know, somebody would just, Uncle John's like, what's taking you so fucking long to do this, that, the other? And that's like, give me time, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but he found himself a lot of times probably helping people too, which doesn't help a business. I'm sure that had to come across. That's why people liked him so much.
Oh, he was so loved. 300 people came to his viewing at that little funeral.
At Smith's.
Smith's, yeah.
Yeah. 300 people.
Yeah.
They wrapped around the building, didn't they?
They went up the street and around the bank. You know where the bank is in Nashville? You know where the Nashville Bank is?
I'm not sure. I know where Smith's is, though.
You know where Bonton's?
I can't think of it right now. But I know there was a lot.
You know where the fire company is?
Yeah, I think so.
All the way up the street. So they had people lined up from that corner, that intersection.
Well, it's a lot of different than it used to be. You know what I mean? The layout of the land is different. You know, those houses weren't there and stuff like that.
But people were coming into me and saying, you know, they're lined up all the way to the bank. Come in and see your father.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're a good person.
Uncle Wayne Keene was joking about, you know, waiting in this line, and I think they had a thunder and lightning storm night. He said, I'm standing out in a thunder and lightning storm in a line all the way to the bank. They come in and see him.
Well, it happens. I have never seen a time when I've seen a line quite like that.
No, I never did either.
I mean, I guess when that one kid, when he drowned in the YMCA pool, there was a lot of people there for that. But he was a kid. But
they saw my dad as a kid. I mean, as people were known to saw him as the boy who grew up and became their mechanic.
But what did John do once your dad passed away? He
took over the business.
Took over the business. Well, what made the business go to pot?
Well, Uncle John had it grow for a little bit, but then he started drinking.
Yeah.
He started having his lunches at the Telford Inn, and he wound up having these later lunches.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't coming back to work.
Maybe some of his past was hitting him, or the loss of his brother. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure it had an effect.
I mean, you said he served some time, right?
He what?
You said he served time, right? You know, in the military. But more than anything, probably losing a brother doesn't... Imagine a business, you know, people coming in, where's your brother? Probably got to be too much. I don't know. I don't know much about it. Just the shame.
It was a shame for the whole family.
Yep.
His dying was bad, but Jimmy Forsman was almost worse. It was Jimmy had a wife and 2 kids, and
How was he related? Was that John's
that's Swanee's son.
Uncle Swan's son? Well, what's Uncle Swan? Is that your uncle?
That's my dad's brother. Yeah.
Your dad's brother. So your cousin Jimmy, first cousin, who is on the Vietnam War wall, right?
Yeah.
So he was killed.
And that's Rob's grandfather.
Okay.
Well, Swanee's his grandfather.
So what happened with Jimmy? Like, where was he at? He just, like, what happened? Like, how did he end up?
He got drafted in the army. He and Edith went to Germany. They were living in Germany. They were going to beer gardens and living a good life in Germany. And he got orders to Vietnam. He gets over there, and he's in a I guess like what do you call it, a truck division, maintaining trucks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure whether they were out trying a truck out or something like that. It was on a Sunday. He and these 2 other guys decided to take this truck for a ride. I don't know how they wound up on a road that's mine. They happened to hit a mine.
Mm.
And it killed all 3 of them.
Mm-mm-mm.
The other 2 guys were mangled. Jimmy
Must have been right under it.
Jimmy got his legs blown off. But he lived. He lived like a month with his legs blown off. Edith flew over there and was at his side. Kids were being watched by Uncle Swan and Aunt Ruth. Army was coming to their house every day. I mean, it was quite a sad situation. And finally, when Jimmy died, they had a full military funeral. I was a senior in high school.
How much older or younger was he? He was older.
Yeah, he was older than me.
But how much older?
I was about 18. He had to be about 10 years older than me.
Mm. Well, that makes sense. I mean, they called your brother the kid, so he would have had kids younger.
But my dad was right there, for Uncle Swan and Aunt Ruth.
After he'd been all through all that mess.
Yeah.
He knew what it was about.
Yes, he did.
So. I never even knew about my grandfather being part of the war or anything like that. I don't know why, I just didn't know that.
I guess I never saw to it to let you know. It's my fault.
It's alright. Well, maybe we can pass this information to the person that wanted to know about the Forsman's garage. We can kind of tell them what happened, right?
Yeah.